to request, and Dennis give me a nod or a shake to this, that we actually start making a consequence for the clubs that have, say, more than $500 sitting in their bank account. A consequence, like they would have some penalty if they just hold on to the money.
I don't know if that would be against the rules. I don't know.
I would like to find a way to encourage, let's say. I know of a specific club, a club that I am coaching, that has $1,400 in its bank account and will not buy anything, will not spend any money. So maybe they are an isolated case. Daria.
I was just going to say, I believe corporate clubs are a little different because sometimes the money is coming from the corporation and not from the members. So
right.
I think that would be a little bit different than what you're saying.
Let's be real careful. If they give you money and you put it into an account that is a Toastmasters account, that money belongs to who?
It is not put in the Toastmasters Club, I know, for Bank of America, but it is given to them by corporation. It's kept within a separate pot.
Okay, then they haven't given you any money.
It's budgeted. Let's put it that way. It's budgeted. You have to request it.
If they give you funds and you put them in your bank account, right. That's it. Now, that's a very unique situation that you're talking about there, though. Bank of America.
CMA is a bit like that too, where the state has the school essentially allocts them a certain amount of money and they have to apply to be able to use it, but it's not anything that they have direct access to. So,
but I think it's a good point that you should use it up. I'm just saying that it's allocated kind of funny.
Well, and we missed it last year when they decided they wanted to spend it. The faculty advisor found out that it was gone. It's been used by somebody else. So.
Well, the key here, I think the best way to get it across to people is that if they don't spend their money and the club folds, that money goes back to the district. And we have $1,500 coming in from a club. Is that what it was, $1,500?
About $1,200.
$1,200 coming in from a club. They folded, they never spent their money, that money goes to the district. Once the money is deposited in a Toastmasters account that belongs to Toastmasters International, and it's allocated to the district, but these funds, they don't belong to the club, they don't belong to the president, they don't belong to the individual members, they belong to Toastmasters, and they are stewards of that money. They should spend it. That's Toastmasters guideline.
Thank you. When you go to look at the district website, you'll see the two slides that were just done, and you'll also see an example of a budget. So this will be a template, and I recommend that it's an Excel, of course, spreadsheet, and you'll be able to download it, Daria.
How do you audit a club? Or whose responsibility is it to audit a club's budget? Is that yours? Is it ours?
Would you take that one, please?
Sure. Currently, there's an audit team put together that's developing guidelines for the audit. You can do it. The club can do it itself. There's 3 or 4 people who are going to audit some clubs in August. So after that's done, they will produce the documents and they will be there for the club. So what you need to do is, what Lindy talked about, is you need the DCP plan and you need the budget, and then see how you spend money and see how it compared to the budget.
But is it somebody's responsibility, and is there any goal on our, because I know when I became treasurer, I said, we're doing an audit before I take this over, because I want to make sure, you know, what was done before I started. So is there any kind of a district or Toastmaster rule?
There is a rule, just from accounting point of view, that obviously the person who was in charge of the money is not part of the auditing team. So whoever the treasurer was, it needs to be other people who are checking the pluses and minuses, making sure that it comes out with the right balance. And all you're looking for is to see that the money was spent appropriately and that it did actually end up with the balance that the treasurer says it ended up with. So that's that.
Also within the president's, and when you are the president, there's reference there to creating an audit committee of 3 club members when the terms expire to perform that function. So it really falls on the president.
Okay, so it's more at the club level, not...
It is a club level.
Okay.
Charles opened up from the district level to provide that service as well to help the clubs to learn to do that.
So very briefly, I just want to go through the budget that you will find, the budget template that you'll find on the district website. It does break it out by officer, so you will see that there's a line item for each officer and some suggestion of what they might spend money on and some amount also. The amount, obviously, that's immaterial, but you may like to use the officer name and the suggested uses. No, I think that's about it. I can tell you that once you go on the website, and we put, it won't happen today, but it will happen in the next few days, we'll put up the 3 slides, the 2 that you saw, plus the template of the budget. Then if you have questions, please send them to me, treasurer@d57toastmasters.org. Yes, treasurer@d57toastmasters.org. I'm my budget CD, and I will now pass control back to my district governor.
Hooray!